Hello, everybody. It's been a minute. I am very behind on videos. I've had a crazy summer now. I'm a little behind. And I've also been working on another few projects. But this video is probably going to be emotional. I'm just warning you now. It's not too triggering. It's just about me and my personal side. But basically, one of my projects is I'm writing a book. And it's about what happened to me, how this all started, my childhood kind of quickly, my military service. I've been writing about that this entire week, so that was pretty emotional. And then my entry into the mental health system, being medicated, coming off, getting my life back, and how that went. So, as you can tell, I am processing a lot of things at the same time, and it's been a little difficult. So I just want to share, it's been a month basically. I've been writing every single day for a month. I'm on page 50 already. I can't even believe how fast it's coming. So I want to tell you a story though first. Okay, about 3 years ago, I was in the van and I was traveling, and I liked to go to museums because they were quiet and I could walk very slowly and I could use it as sort of an exposure, and I would look at it like helping my nervous system try to stay calm, and I was trying to find enjoyment in the things, and it was a nice quiet place to relax in the air conditioning. Okay, so I went to this museum in Maryland, and I don't remember, I think it was in Baltimore, and I think it was when I was on a trip for Benzo Info Coalition, and I had an extra day there or something, and I went and saw this museum. Anyway, there was a corner of the museum that was dedicated to a woman from the Holocaust who made these panels that she had drawn out images from the Holocaust, like scenes that she remembered, and she stitched them. And so I was sitting here thinking about that woman and looking her up. Here's a picture of her. Her name is Esther Nissenthal Krinitz, and she made these beautiful panels. Here's some of them, as you can see, and they're all hand stitched, hand sewn, and it was things that she remembered from her childhood, from being a Holocaust survivor. I think one of the panels was her parents being taken away, and it turned out, I just read part of her story, that her and her brothers and sisters ran away, I think, to Poland, and they hid in a haystack, and then they found a farmer to take them in, and they basically changed their identity and acted like they were not Jewish to stay away, but their parents never came back. So while I was at that museum, I was in the corner, and they had this little video playing. It was like a documentary about this woman, and they said, it was the daughter speaking, the daughter of Esther, and they said, my mom would sit there and stitch these panels, and I could just see her, every little stitch that she was making, she was processing her trauma. And that stuck with me, because I was like, wow, I really admire that she could just sit with her own emotion and feelings and do that, and how many of us have been medicated to not do that, or to be counting on someone else to do that for us, or someone else's interpretation, or some other program to do it. So that really stuck with me. And so I've been sitting here writing every day, and I have friends that write with me, and on Sundays there's a group of us, and then during the week it's just me and one other girl, and sometimes she doesn't come and it's just me by myself. So I have a little support there, and it struck me last week. I was like, do I need a therapist to process some of this stuff with? And I was like, no, I don't want anyone else's interpretation. I mean, I do need support, obviously. I'm tearing up just talking about it. It's been very difficult. I stopped at home in St. Louis on my way back west, and I picked up all my medical records, pictures. I have this giant I Love Me book that's this huge binder of everything I ever did in the military, all my awards, my PT tests, my testing, my orders, everything is in there. And so, I haven't seen this stuff for 5 years because I've been traveling, and it's in storage. And before that, I was on meds and just sick. So I'm looking at my old life, and basically what Esther was doing, I'm stitching together my old life, and what happened, and how did I get here, and how did all these things come to be, and how did all of them happen. And I'm just getting started. I'm not even that deep. Basically I wrote some of the mental health stuff already, and then I've written a lot of the military stuff this very week, and there's all this shame coming up, I didn't see enough, I didn't have to hurt anyone, Like, why are you even making this a big deal? And then what are the other people in your unit going to think if they read this? You know, I'm being very sensitive to them also. And then I'm like standing in my own truth, like, this is what happened. This is what I saw. This is what I remember. A lot of the memories are like blurry. My process, like, I'm sitting here and I'm writing and I get real fidgety, and then like I have to get up and like make a cup of coffee, and then I sit back down and I'm like, okay, take a deep breath. And then there's times when I stop and I cry, and then I'm just like, it's okay, Angie, you're gonna be okay. You know, just, you have to do this. And last night I was sitting, I laid in bed. I had exercised kind of late. I took a long walk and I was doing sit-ups and doing this little stupid ab workout, and I was like, okay, I feel so good. Like, my body feels good. So I'm gonna go lay down, and I've been trying to use my phone less and like not be so distracted by technology, and just be like with my experience and with my body and with myself. And I'm like in a place right now, it's so beautiful. I wish I could show you. Maybe I'll show you a little bit. I'm in this beautiful place in Colorado, and it's like nature and nobody's around me, and I'm just enjoying the solitude. And so, like, I have a process every morning. I make a cup of coffee, I jump on Zoom with my writing buddies, and we sit down and write, and then we read it to each other, and then I go make breakfast, and I go exercise, and then I get on work with some of you and do Zoom calls with you guys all day. And then I work out, and then I take a walk, and then I make dinner, and then I go to bed. And so I've just really been taking this time to like be alone and be with myself and with my emotion, and not, you know, I think about like, I didn't get a chance to do this. It's taken me 20 years to like work on some of this stuff. You know what I mean? It's taken me 8.5 years being off meds just to have the brain capacity to be able to write, or to read and understand, or to be able to self-support, or to process like what happened to me, or to like have the strength of regulation to not worry. Like, no, your brain is not going to crack and you're not going to slip into psychosis. No, you are processing things that were robbed from you. This is sacred, you know? So I just want to say before we get off that I know there's a lot of people that have opinions about your recovery process and what it's supposed to be like, and how fast you're supposed to heal, or what you're supposed to do to heal, and all this other dogma crap. I find it really sad that people think their own experience is all of the experience. That's not how it goes. Everyone has a unique experience. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart, that your journey is yours, and it's sacred, and it's not for anyone else. So don't let anyone put a time limit, or tell you what you're supposed to do, or who you're supposed to talk to, or who you're supposed to get support from, or what kind of therapy you need to fix all your effed up issues that you have. You know, I see this as messy and beautiful. And I even told my friend this morning, I said, I don't care if I'm writing about something and I get so upset that I take my clothes off and go running, screaming, if that's what I need to do. That's what, if my body tells me to do that, I will do it. Like, that's as, because that's how I am about healing. Like, I really think this healing stuff, the journey that we're all on, we don't want to be here, but it landed on us. Okay, it should have never happened, but here we are. And so I'm gonna do this my way, what feels good to me. I will take breaks when I need. I don't need anyone's unsolicited advice on how I should do this, and I am just enjoying it. And I feel like it's taken me forever. Oh yeah, that was what I was gonna say. So last night, after I did all the exercise and I laid in bed, I just laid here really quietly, and I was like completely fully in my body, and I was like, Angie, I'm so proud of you. Like, you did really hard shit. And it's taken you a really long time to get here. And I think that was like the first time that I really like felt those words for myself. Because, sorry. Because, you know, we're all stuck in like survival mode for so long. You can't even like take in a compliment. That reminds me, I think I'm like here There's a quote I have on my Facebook page. I know it's kind of far back, or Instagram, but let me read it. It's by Cheryl Strayed, who I actually just took a course with like a month ago, which led to all this writing, because she just, the way she did her writing course, it was just like, uh-oh, time to write a book, here it comes. Anyway, so here's a quote. I put this on my Instagram literally like 5 years ago. It's circulated around the community, but it's one of my favorite things. So let me read it and then I'll hang up. You let time pass. That's the cure. You survive the days. You float like a rabid ghost through the weeks. You cry and wallow and lament and scratch your way back up through the months. And then one day you find yourself alone on a bench in the sun. And you close your eyes and you lean your head back and you realize you're okay. That's how it is. And maybe you're not like, okay, this is okay. So anyway, please just know you're on a healing journey. I support you. I see you. I know it's hard. And don't let anyone tell you how fast or slow it's supposed to be. It's yours.